Good morning all. Yes, I am aware it's 4:05. However, it's the only time I could get this video done before my mum wakes up and starts banging and clattering saucepans in the kitchen behind me. So, we are here today to show you the MyPTHub, the My Personal Training Hub. So it is the world's #1 personal training software. And the MyPTHub is an online web and mobile application enabling personal trainers and fitness professionals to manage their clients by creating customizable training and nutrition programs whilst checking your progress and achievements. This is off the back of the webinar, which was very successful, may I add, and thank you all for tuning in if you did so on that evening on Thursday the 8th at 8 o'clock, the 6th at 8 o'clock, beg your pardon. So, from the top I'm going to show you the application. So we have the MyPTHub. This is from the trainer's perspective, and you can see lots of notifications coming up, or you may see some come up from my overseas clients. I have some clients in New Zealand, Canada and Australia. But we're going to go through top to bottom the application and what's available to yourselves as a client. So first off, we have over 350 training templates, each of which are also customizable should you not be able to find a certain exercise or you wish to create your own type of exercise. So, finding a plan. First of all, we have the female, beginner, intermediate and advanced, as well as male workout plans. We then, as we further go down, we've also incorporated a hypertrophy split. I personally like to do a muscle group per day, so we've incorporated that, and I recently adopted a push-pull legs routine where we do push on a Monday consisting of shoulders, triceps and chest, a pull day on a Tuesday consisting of back, biceps, with a lower body consisting of quads, hamstrings and calves on a Wednesday, then repeating a push routine on a Thursday, pull on a Friday, lower body on a Saturday with a Sunday off. And as you can see, we've me and Jason have been able to incorporate that into a new routine, starting with a warm-up 5 minutes on the elliptical, resistance at 10 with an RPE, rated perceived exertion of 5, so you're not going too deep. So any exercises you're unsure of, we have an explanation there just quickly of what muscle groups are going to be worked, the equipment, the level of which is required, instructions on how to use it, with just a quick 5-second video, as you can see, of what needs to be done. Lovely. So going into more depth, we recently gone into female glutes workouts, which is very popular amongst the ladies, an arms workout very popular amongst the gents. And I've recently been talking a lot in my classes at Pure Gym Hensford about TUT training, time under tension, focusing more on the eccentric phase of exercises, and it just gives you a brief explanation there, just created to push your client's body to new boundaries. And if we just go into one of these workouts, it just explains to you the tempo expected. So we have a 3010 here, 3 seconds eccentric phase, that would be the negative phase, pausing at the bottom with an explosive creatine phosphate phase for 1 second back to the top and holding it in that manner. And all these exercises are also explained should you be unsure. Obviously we can see it's strength training, holding at the bottom, explosive back up, and there we go. Each day of which allocates a muscle group, or back and biceps, the primary and secondary muscle groups worked. Lovely. So recently going to be also taking on a Kettle Bell class at Pure Gym Hensford, and so post class, when I'm not around, because obviously I can't be with yourselves constantly, you can then take on a beginner, intermediate and advanced workout session yourself, just via your iOS or Android application, which I'm sure everybody is familiar with. So we have stretching, foam rollings also incorporated into this, as we are aware that rehabilitation and being able to look after your muscles is just as important as it is being able to destroy and break down the muscle tissue, as it can repair back stronger, bigger and more resistant. Assessment tests and bodyweight training. Home workouts also very popular amongst the people who can't get to the gym, who may have due to time commitments, can't train as regularly as they would like, and so or may even be on holiday. I have a lot of clients on holiday at the moment, and so they want to know, apart from getting their steps in, going for long distance walks with the dog, with their partner along the beach, they also want to be able to do some form of hypertrophy muscle training. And so whether it be upright rows with their hold, or tricep dips on their chair, and press like dual towel chest flies on the tiled floor, that kind of thing, it's all incorporated there for you to have a browse and use. Beautiful. Going into the nutrition part of the application. So I've checked everyone's perfectly happy for my clients to see what's allocated and their names. However, we have some generic templates here which just give me an idea of what kind of foods, what kind of basic stapled nutrition needs to be used for said goals. So female fat loss, high carbohydrate, it's not that used that much, but what we do use is we tend to use a high fat as we try and change our fuel sources from carbohydrates to fats. So this is a very popular one, the female fat loss, high fat. Now this is a very basic plan. As I say, we have breakfast, we have lunch, we have dinner, we have snacks, and that is it. In an ideal world, we want to be eating every 3 hours, unless we're intermittent fasting, in which case we have an 8-hour fast, etc., and we break it around 2 o'clock in the day. But that's all tailored and customized to yourself as a paying client, and with me as a personal trainer, we'll take that into consideration and see what works best for you. So with this, we have calories, protein, carbs, fats, fibers, sodium and sugars, and all of which are accurate and there for us to use. With this app, it's a beautiful thing, as we have a nutrition database which is allocated to each region of you as a client. When you sign up, you stipulate where exactly in the world you are from, and then from that it takes the largest accredited nutritional database and just allocates those foods. We have over 600,000 foods, may I add, and all of which come directly from the manufacturers. So we are fully aware that all of the foods are accurate, and all the nutritional breakdown, macronutrients, even micronutrients, are accurate. So that way we can get your total daily energy expenditure, or in layman's terms, your calories down to a T, as you can see here. Total calorie intake for a average 60 kilo female would be 1,559, with 139 grams of protein, 86 grams of carbs, 79 grams of fats, our PCFs. Fibre, sodium, sugar, we go into at a later stage. However, as we know, as long as we are staying within this bracket, we have maintenance. If we're staying below this 1,559, then we are in a calorie deficit and thus going to be losing an average of 2 pounds weight per week. And obviously anything over that, we are going to be looking at gaining weight, muscle, even more so. And these templates, they're all here to be used, to be adjusted. No one template is the same, and no one client will ever have the same template. For the gents, we have the muscle gain, of which the high carbohydrate is then definitely more preferred. I personally always go into particular generic workout plan and nutrition plans, beg your pardon, and adjust them, wipe everything clean and adjust them completely. Let's take a client's for example, which I'm sure they won't mind. Andrew. Hello there, Andrew. So we'll just preview this plan, and as said, every 3 hours. So we have meal 1, breakfast with the necessary multivitamins and cod liver oil. Meal 2, we're looking at 8, we're looking at 11, we're looking at 1 o'clock, or in this case, depending on how you answer the questionnaire, we have the meal 3 pre-workout. He'll obviously be training midday. I do believe that Andrew trains during his dinner break at work. We'll then have a post-workout, usually consisting of a protein shake. His meal 5, which will be his carbohydrate source, as I am aware that he needs a 40% protein, 20% carb, 40% fat intake per day. And there we have his pre-bed nightcap, and just prior to that he'll have his evening meal. Vitamin C stapled in each meal, and everyone's different. This is just an example, as I say, and this is also available for them to print should they not be able to access the app, or God forbid, even though it is 2017, have no cellular data on their mobile phone. Who doesn't have data when the allocation's 25 gigs per month? I'll never know. They really need to ease off on the porn. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the calories. Daily target is 2,000. I'm going to ensure that he's trying to stay within that range. Carbs, his total daily is 91. He's 100. He's currently on 91. And we try and get it as close as possible. In this case, I know that Andrew's goals are to lose body fat, and therefore I don't want to be hitting the mark every time in terms of protein, carbs and fats. Maybe proteins, yes, carbs and fats not so much, as I know that sometimes people do deviate from the plan, and so we want to allow that for that on, say, a refeed day on Sunday. But I digress. Let's move on. So that is nutrition, folks. Packages. Lovely. So currently I only have one package, but this is something I'm going to be implementing and rolling out over the winter months, especially as we try and go for these bulking plans. And there's a lot of guys at the gym, they want to start adding some serious mass without jeopardising their lean gains, which they've made in the summer. So packages. We have packages available which incorporate both workout and nutrition, schedules and forms, which people can purchase as a whole. And this said package is the 28-day fat burn workout plan for a lovely price, may I add, of £25 per month. So we can subscribe to that, whereby you as a client can renew every 4 weeks for £25. Alternatively, you can take it as a one-off payment, and that incorporates a workout consisting of a 6-day hypertrophy split: arms, legs, chest, abs, back, shoulders. I'm not going to insult your intelligence, you can see that yourself. But also we need to incorporate some form of abdominals, as people tend to forget that. Yes, it may be there on day 4. However, as we lose weight and people do burn fat, we want to really keep on top of keeping that core as toned as possible. So in which case I've incorporated a beginner, intermediate and advanced abdominal workout for them to follow, also with a nutrition plan that has not been allocated, however would be after the questionnaire has been filled in post purchase of the fat burn workout plan, obviously taking into consideration all the questions which I'll show you in the next tab, forms, just here, taking into consideration the questions answered and what meets their needs and what is actually feasible, what it can be done. Schedules, we shall be going into that very shortly, as you can see. But that is just a brief explanation of the packages which will be available, incorporating, as I say, workouts, nutrition, forms, and a planned schedule, of which when I will need a check-in, an update photo, a update measurements, etc, etc. So, forms. Some forms, as you can see, are allocated in to show in the sign up. When I assign a new client to the MyPTHub, there's always a few things I need to know. There's always that physical activity readiness questionnaire, which I always need filled in. Any previous medical histories. We're looking at how fit you class yourself. A lot of people think they're unfit, whereas actually they're fitter than they think. Whereas a lot of people, they think they're fit, whereas actually when they have a personal training session with myself, I actually beg to differ. Nutrition plan questionnaire, this is important, and I need to know really what kind of things I need to allocate when I'm assigning a nutrition plan. So whether they train with a partner is important. Any previous or current injuries which are going to make them incapable of any particular exercises. Current medication. Greek yogurt, I staple Greek yogurt, coffee, mad in my nutrition plans. Why? Because it works. It's as simple as that. Why do you run on a treadmill? Because it works to help you get in goals. Unless, of course, you've got said injuries like bad knees, cartilage issues, hip problems, etc, etc. We do these things because they know they work. Greek yogurt and coffee is one of the things which I know help people in terms of fat loss. Any food intolerance is always important. If someone's allergic to onions, I'm not going to put onions in their nutrition plan. It's as simple as that. How many days a week they tend to train, email address, time of the day. This is important to get the nutrition timing right. Also allows me to understand whether I need them to eat before they train or train fasted after waking up, etc. Any information before I devise a plan? Yep, tell me anything you need to, You've got horses to feed at 5 o'clock each day. It's important because therefore I'm not going to ensure that you've got to do 20 minutes on the treadmill at 5 o'clock on that day. Current rest days. I like to know if people are having a full 48 hours off, Saturdays and Sundays. A lot of clients do. This can be quite damaging to the metabolism, and so I'd usually switch that on the head, unless of course it suits their goals. So it's always important to get these questions from the get-go, and when signed up you will answer these questions and they will come up on my notifications at some stage just there, as you can see. Lovely. Coffee or nah, Greek yogurt or nah, supplementation, always important. I assign people to help get their proteins up, protein powders, whether they're taking any current multivitamins. People come to me with bad joints, or they've always had bad joints, and I say, have you ever considered an omega-369 cod liver oil? And they're like, no. Prevention rather than cure. So I always tell people to get onto that. It's always good to know whether they're taking any current enhancements or current supplementation. How bad do you want your fitness goals? This has recently become important for me on a scale of 1 to 10. If you come to me and you answer 10, I do not expect you to have a Chinese on a Saturday night, as well as a carvery on a Sunday and a dessert, because that to me does not tell me that you wish to lose fat. 10 out of 10, I would automatically put you in the 7 to 8 bracket. Okay, so it's important, and I find that is important. If people are telling me, 11 out of 10. Well, Jessica, why did you go to the fish and chip shop last night? Oh, well, the husband fancied some. Oh, okay, the husband did. So did you have to have some too, did you? Right then. Find a schedule. We've got schedules. It allows people to be more accountable and allows me as a person. Lovely picture there, Steve Reeves. I'm not saying you're going to look like Steve Reeves after the Male Beach Physique schedule, but it's at least going to give you some inspiration. So, schedule the Male Beach Physique. So, you want to look in shape for the beach, and this is what we're going to do. This is a 4-week plan, and so it allocates each day. Can you feel the excitement I have in this? It really does work. I'm absolutely loving the scheduler, or scheduler, as I like to say, at the moment. So, week 1, as you can see, we follow the Male Beach Physique workout plans on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with 2 days as rest days, being Saturday and Sunday. Day 1, we have an update progress photo, please, and we update measurements. I'll show you the example with a client of mine on the analytics and statistics, as well as the update progress photos and measurements shortly. However, got to keep the excitement. Ooh, love it. I love it. Too excited for 28 minutes past 4. Week 2, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're training. Saturday, I want a update progress photo, and I want a update on our measurements. However, you are still on your rest day. Week 3, same again. And week 4, training all week. And for our final day of the 4 weeks, I want an update photo, update measurements. That there gives us some accountability. It allows me as a trainer to keep on top of whether my clients are checking in on the right days and whether they are achieving their goals or on the right track. We have male fat loss and male muscle gain. Let's just jump into the male muscle gain. Yep, we all want to look like that, me included, but thank you for that. So this 4-week schedule has been designed to challenge the male clients as we do a push-pull, lower body push-pull format. Yes, I incorporated this one only a week ago because it worked for me. My strength gains went through the roof. Muscle, I managed to gain about 3 kilos in muscle mass whilst maintaining a reasonable body fat percentage. So once again, as you can see, we're checking with the update progress photo, measurements, training all week, weekend off. We then, week 2, following that muscle gain workout, update, measurements on the Saturday with Sunday off. And week 3 as shown, and week 4. Now, I'm not saying you're going to gain a ridiculous amount of muscle in 4 weeks. However, I deal with my plans on a 4-weekly basis. Clients will take 4-week plans, refresh for phase 2 towards the end of that 4 weeks. Alternatively, I have clients who take 8-week plans, 12-week plans, and for those who are serious about where they want to be, ready for the end of 2017, beg your pardon, the start of 2018, they will take on 16 and 32-week plans. God bless you. Right then, calendar. This is obviously my calendar. God, that looks bare. Oh, that's a bit better. There we go. This is my calendar. So PT sessions, client sessions, scheduled workouts, scheduled nutrition, and other. You'll have the same as a client. This is all synced to your Outlook, to your mobile phone reminders, whether it be iOS or Android. It's all synced together, which I'll show you just now. We have the schedules and who's allocated to those schedules, and I'm just going to real quickly show you the calendar. So go into settings and then calendar. We can then sync sessions, workout, nutrition, all of that to the iCal, your Google Calendar, your Outlook calendar, and we simply press connect, and there we go. Bing. Lovely. And yep, that's a duplicate because I've already done it, and as you can see, that's automatically synced to my Apple Mac calendar, of which is also automatically synced to my Outlook calendar on my mobile device. This is all gives it that uniformity, everything's in sync, everything's in flow, and me just being that kind of orientated person, I love it. If it's not Apple, it's not me, but that's just the way I am. Okay, lovely. So, messages. Yes, we have WhatsApp, we have emails, we have phone calls. However, the app also offers the ability to just drop me a message. I'm going to open some of these. I might be embarrassing them. But, yeah, it's just real quick, that one. But you can send me a message via the app, by all means, and I'll get a notification, obviously, up here. Alternatively, most of you will have my email and my WhatsApp, which I find a lot faster anyway, so we'll just go into that. And that is that. Right, we're now going to go into the progress tracking aspect of the application and the software. So as you can see, we have clients and we have notifications. The knife and fork being our nutrition updates, the weights being our workout updates, see what they've logged, progress photos, measurements, and forms. I'm going to go for Mandy. No, it's not Mandy. It's Bill. Okay, so I'm going to go into Bill, and as we can see, we've got his par Q, which I know is filled in. We've got his notes, and we have his goals. Let's have a look at his goal. Improve muscle mass, improve overall strength, reduce body fat percentage. And by God, that's what we have done thus far. So, progress photos. We have all these progress photos going back through, and as you can see, one of my Pure Gym Hensford clients, going through from the 16th of February 2017, starting at 87.8 kilos and 20.9% body fat. And in terms of goals and achievements, we want to keep on track of that, so we go for a weekly check-in as we did going through. Thank you for that, Bill, lovely. And we've just seen that general slow reduction of weight. Yes, there is going to be variables, as you can see. Pre-holiday 79.2, comes back from Florida 81.3. We're then back on track, and as you can see in the top left hand corner, it gives us our weight. Lovely. And we're really getting down in that 12.2% body fat now, which is all good. So that's all good and well, and we have our slips. However, as a client, as a personal trainer, we want to be able to see this and be able to give a forecast and get some kind of analytics and statistics on a graph potentially. So workouts allocated to Bill, as you can see, I've gave him allocated some stretches, a peripheral heart action circuit for his fat burning goals and chest workout. He also has a hypertrophy 6-day split assigned to himself, which he follows as he has Sundays off. This is all available to you as well, guys, as well. So so should you ever, this is just one client, this is all available to you. Should whatever your goals may be, whether it is to actually gain fat, gain weight, improve muscle mass, improve your stretching, become more supple, improve your cardiovascular output, your VO2, your oxygen consumption and expel. It's all there for you to be able to pick up and understand. So nutrition, I rambling on, ain't I? So nutrition. So as you can see, morning full workout and fasted cardio. Bill does not live far from the gym and therefore is able to do fasted cardio. And so with that, what we do is we take that into consideration and we wipe the slate clean with a nutrition plan. And all I want him in this case is just to have a coffee, a banana before he gets on the cardio. Then he'll have his breakfast and he'll train later in the day with his pre and post workout. I'm not going to go into too much detail on Bill's nutrition, but you get the understanding. Everything is specific to you. Whatever you tell me needs to be incorporated, it will be incorporated. Sessions and packages, nothing assigned as I see him on a regular basis, but at least I can see that he's completed on the 3rd of July his arms workout. We had PT session on the 5th, which was completed, and we are due a session this morning at 7 o'clock. I'll see you there, Bill. Right then, results tracker. So this is quite important. We can see, as you can see, body weight measurements, body fat percentage, whether it's on the decline, whether it's in sync with his goals, whether he's still on track, whether he'd be happy to see that he is still progressing, whether I'm happy to see that he's still progressing. So body weight, let's just go into that. 28th of June 2017, he was coming at 78.1. Now I'm just going to drop this back a touch. Let's go back to 2017. Let's go back to Jan 17. And let's go from the 1st of January 2017 up until the present date. And as you can see, body weight. So on the axis we have body weight and date, and as the months have gone on, you can see that his body weight in kilos, may I add, as you can see in the legend, has dropped significantly over time. A nice steady decline, which I am very happy about. And as a client, as me as a personal trainer, I will always keep on top of this. If should you not be able to, it is what you pay for at the end of the day. So I will always keep on top of your figures and track any progress. And we have a total of 9.7 kilo lost thus far. Superb work. Excellent. And this is just one client, you know. This is all available to every single one. Measurements. Let's go into body fat. I want to look at body fat. Now that's kept the 1st of January 2017. Sun's coming up. Nice. Very nice. Okay, sorry. Yeah, body fat percentage, as you can see in the legend. So started off at 16+% body fat, as you could see from the photos in his slips, and as the months have gone on, that body fat has slowly dropped. As you can see, it was at 13%, which is great. We then maintained 13%, give or take, over a period of time, which I'm not too worried about. I always check these on my check-in, and now we're running at 12.2% body fat, which is excellent, as I know he wants to get in that single digit range. We are on the right track, and this also gives me a forecast of should we be able to keep on track and keep refreshing. We adjust the diet every 4 weeks anyway, just to make sure that our macronutrients and our total daily energy expenditure is adequate, and so we have to maybe reduce the fats, increase the fats, reduce the carbs, increase the protein, etc., to ensure that we're reaching the goals. But as you can see, he's on the right track, and at this point on the 8th of June, that was actually the point at which we changed his nutrition, and so his body fat then continued to lower. So that's all good as far as I'm concerned, and I know it's all good as far as Bill's concerned. Distance covered, so we're talking time spent in the gym. When you come to the gym, you have the option to start a session, one that I may have allocated to yourself, or you can alternatively start a customized session yourself, as you log the weights, the rep range and the exercises as you go. So if you ever see anyone at Pure Gym Hensford, they're all constantly on the mobile phone. Well, not necessarily. They're not texting their wife asking them what's for tea. They may actually be logging their workouts. So just bear that in mind, you know. As long as they're working, don't you worry about them. Focus on yourself. Focus on number one. So distance covered. No data for this period. That's fair enough. I know he's not one for updating his distance covered in terms of cardio. That's more for my marathon trainers, etc. Time spent in the gym. Oh, I can imagine he's been spending a fair bit of time in the gym. So, as you can see, we've got time spent in minutes, which it really gets up there. And some sessions, 3.5 hours. I'm not sure that's a clear reflection of the time he's been spending in the gym. However, I know that is a clear reflection of the cardio he's been covering. Weights lifted. Oh yeah, that's more like it. Bill used to be a powerlifter, and back in the day, I know he was very much into his bodybuilding, so he can shift some weight. And so, as you can see, into the tonnage over time, he's been lifting some serious weight. And what this does is it takes all the weights over the rep ranges, over the logged workouts, and adds it all together. Almost 5-ton move on the 29th of May. I think that's just a pretty cool diagnostic, pretty cool way of just looking back and seeing what was done. I know they'll come back at the end of the week like, wow, you moved the equivalent of like 3 cars, on Tuesday, and I think that's just important. And as you can see, total amount 130,000 kilos moved thus far. And I just think it's really good in terms of looking back on and feeling some self-accomplishment, completed workouts. This allows me to look now at our check-ins towards the end of the week. What I will do is I'll log in, go through each client, providing it's necessary, and just be like, okay, so did we have a workout on Tuesday? Oh yeah, Spencer, I came to the gym Tuesday morning, did a class. Oh, okay. And then what I will do is at the end of the week, I will check that. And like you can see, yep, there was a session done on the said Tuesday, that's fine. But in some cases, Joe Blogs might be telling fibs, in which case I can hold them accountable and be like, well, are you sure you went to? Oh, no. Oh, I apologise, I beg your pardon. It was Monday, I did the morning class. I had Tuesday off because I was not feeling myself, etc. So it just gives me an idea and forecast of how they've been training. And I like to say it's all about consistency in order to reach their goals, especially if it's fat loss or muscle gain. It just allows me to get an understanding of when they've been coming to the gym, if they've had any major breaks, which could be quite destructive to their goals. So we've always got that kind of, as we can see, these are all the exercises which Bill has been participating in. Beautiful. Lots and lots of compound movements which are important. Some of these muscle snatch, some of these will not have tutorial videos which you can actually add yourself because they are specific and customized workouts and exercises. Lovely. That let's just have a look. That pretty much sums up my morning video for yourselves. Now, one thing I will just leave you with is I will be doing another mobile version of the webinar, and that will be via the GoToWebinar app, which you can download via the Google Android store or Apple store. And so that will just show you from a client's perspective, everything on your mobile. Please also be aware that the support hub is open for clients. If you just go onto the website shown above, you can then click on the knowledge base and frequently asked questions, where then you can just check as a client and just go through any questions which my clients or other clients in the world have asked, and you can get an understanding of how to sync your calendar, how to log your nutrition, how to view your nutrition, how to understand payments and packages, whether you wish to pay by cash or bank transfer, and how to set that up. And it's all there for you to, or whether you want to book an appointment with myself, it's all there for you to follow. Lovely. Once more, I will also be releasing these beauties, the Ultimate Guide to Supplements, Booyah, and Multivitamins for Men and Women, which is a 10-page ebook available to yourselves, talking about caffeine, branched chain amino acids, coenzymes, all that type of thing, fish oils, testosterone boosters of the natural variety, may I add, fat burners, all of that, vitamin D, K, calcium, and the importance of iron, and also carbohydrate cycling ebook, which will be available very soon, so stay tuned on that. Other than that, I will leave you to it. I'm gonna go have a cup of coffee. Thank you all for watching and have a great weekend.